Today, I have a special guest with me. I'm going to give you a few clues for you to guess where my guest comes from. First of all, my guest here comes from Africa. The second, my guest comes from an African country where there are more females than males. The third thing, he comes from an African country where there is high literacy rate. Lastly, I think you know that there are seven natural wonders. One of the natural wonders in Africa, that natural wonder is between two countries. So please guess where my guest comes from. As you are still trying to think where my guest comes from, I would like to ask him to just say a few words in his language so that you can tell me or you can say if you know the country. So please, can you say something in your language?
Shangamire.
Changamire.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever heard that language before? Let me welcome you to World Bridge Channel, where we bring diversity to you, where we speak different aspects of life and of the world, where we bring people from different nationalities to come and share their thoughts. Let me introduce you to my guest today, and I'm going to give him time to speak and to introduce himself.
Well, I'm Godnos Marimera and I come from the teapot country by the name Zimbabwe.
Oh, really? Thank you very much. And I would like to welcome you to Wall Bridges. This is your host, Evans. So please, if you like to know more about things which has to do with other places, please, this is your platform. Go ahead and subscribe. So tell me more about Zimbabwe.
Wow, Zimbabwe alphabetically is the last country to see on the alphabet, but if it is in terms of other matters, it comes first.
Okay, that's interesting. So which other matters where you say Zimbabwe comes first?
Well, sometimes when you just says home is best.
Okay, so can you please tell us more about history and heritage of Zimbabwe? Like if you can say like some historical events which have shaped your country or some key figures like heroes who are from Zimbabwe.
Well, when I want to talk about Zimbabwe, I think the diversity of the history is just like amazing, especially when you talk about the stone houses, Zimbabwe, where we get the name Zimbabwe from, and then the people coming from stone houses to live in poem that their house. Is that development or reverse development somewhere?
Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, for people who don't know Zimbabwe, can you please say more about the cuisines or the food, like what type of food that you have in Zimbabwe?
Well, Zimbabwe has rich, diverse, organic foods and dishes and cuisines that are like, if you have been to Zim, that's the other secret part that you just hold on to. We have different kinds of salsa as the staple food. The one that is made from maize corn, the other one made from sorghum, the other one made from rapoko. They have different varieties of salsa and they taste deliciously with different kinds of meals like maguru, the intestines, cow food, something like that. And with vegetables, what they call kovo or rep.
Okay, that's much interesting. So tell us more about the language and communication in Zimbabwe, if you have like major languages and so on.
Well, if you are in the rural areas, especially most of the languages that are dominant there is Shona, Ndebele, we have also Tonga and Shangan are the main four big languages, and then there are many subdivisions of Shona languages that vary from different ethnicities that are there. But OSU definitely like the different kinds of languages, but the ghetto has also its own language, and it's communicated well through the new genre of music, Simdanso.
Oh, that's interesting. So do you have like common way that you can teach us or teach our viewers today? Like if they just know 3 or 5 words from Zimbabwe, that they can say, okay, I know something about Zimbabwe.
Awesome. The first greeting is for the gents. If they go there, if someone says Chibaba, know that the person is referring to you.
Okay, Chibaba.
Yes. And then for the ladies, Chimama or Simbi, Simbi, then know that you are the top of the town.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So maybe 2-3 ways that you can teach us from Zimbabwe.
Well, Maitabasa, thank you. Then Mangwanani, good morning. Then we can say also Masquera say good evening.
Oh, thank you very much. You spoke about the issue of language being communicated through music. So let's go to the issue of arts and entertainment. Tell us more about the Zimbabwean music, entertainment, and also if there are key people, musicians which are known, and so on.
Well, for Zimbabwe, especially, you don't have to miss this one. Afro jazz for Zimbabwe. It's just a fusion of American jazz and African beats into it. So you can hear these saxophones being played on. There is this gira. There is this traditional drum or show tambourines fusing together to make the soothing sound of Afro jazz. If you don't want to sweat, but if you want to be happy, smiling, laughing, dancing in a romantic way, Afro jazz is for you. Then we have also Sungura, especially that one. If you want to sweat, yeah, you can go for it, but it's a good test indeed. Then we have also Sim Danso and Eben Grooves. Yeah, so
right. So who are the key players in the Zimbabwean music industry?
Wow, we have this famous guy, Thomas Mapfumo, yeah, and the Blacks Unlimited with the Black Spirit. Then we have Oliver Mtukuzudzi, who was well renowned by his song Neria. And also we have likes of Alec Macheso, the Sungura Maestro. And we have Tongai Moyo. We have also for hip hop, we have this guy, Holy 10. Okay. I think he has 10 disciples. If they are not 10 disciples, they are 10 million. Then we have also this Wingy D, who is the Wingy D of everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so those, okay, in terms of like socialites, who are the key prominent figures? Like, what celebrities in Zimbabwe?
The socialites, it depends. Most of them, we have economites and then we have socialites. For the socialites, maybe we can talk of people like Pokelo, yes. Then we talk about Stana, Mighty T, these other guys who make these skits, the two boys, I am forgetting their names, Boskeda. Yes, and then we have, some other socialites, but there are many, there are plenty.
Okay, so let's go to the issue of language. Like English is English spoken by many people, right?
For English, if you go to any part of Zimbabwe and if you are lost, just speak English and then someone will assist you.
Economically, the currency, if many people, they normally use their local currency, others use US dollars and so on. So if somebody is to come to Zimbabwe, which currency are they supposed to bring?
Well, Zimbabwe is more like a cosmopolitan dish when it comes to currency, but I think for now you can come with the Zimbabwean gold currency.
Okay. Okay.
That one Zig is making a trend, indeed.
Okay. I heard that Zimbabweans use US dollars.
US dollars, they are just like, I think they are the same. So if you have your first name, you always have that one. Yes.
So the first name is?
The first name is our local currencies. They change. And
okay.
Yeah. And then we have the stabilizer. That is,
Same.
yeah.
Okay, in terms of social and in terms of social customs, like assuming somebody is to come to Zimbabwe, what are they supposed to know? Are there any taboos like for foreigners who are coming, something that you can share concerning that?
Well, taboos usually they are mostly in the remote or rural villages, yeah, because in terms when people they have a culture, they have some norms that governs how they interrelate or how they dress and how they greet, something like that. Or it will be too scary to see someone who is just like giving a big up signal to the chief. Then people will just say we no longer have a chief, something like that. So some taboos they are known according to the customized the locations where you go, but we don't have many sacred taboos. The ghetto is free. It's more like a free town where you express yourself to be free. And Harare it means you never sleep. It never sleeps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, in terms of tourism and what can you say about that? Okay, first of all, I know you're someone who have traveled like in many countries. So, first of all, when you mention that you're from Zimbabwe, what are the first things that people say to you when you say that I'm from Zimbabwe?
Well, usually they will ask, are the lions like everywhere in Zimbabwe? And then you'll be like, oh, yes, there are lions, but now they are in the parks. They are not like roaming around the whole country, terrorizing people. No, 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 no. The lions are in the parks. You can visit the national parks and you meet up with them, something like that. And also sometimes they will ask, how is Mugabe? Mugabe is now dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the issue of animals, I think many people, when they think about Africa, I think they're just seeing like a jungle where you open your window, you're just seeing elephants, animals, and so on, so on. So, yeah, thank you for sharing that that kind of information concerning that. So, for people who like to come to Zimbabwe, what are the tips that you can give them, and also what are the hidden gems in Zimbabwe? Like, first of all, speak about the common places which are known in Zimbabwe, and a few things that you can say that if you have never done this, if you have never been this place, you haven't really experienced the real deep roots of Zimbabwe.
Well, for Zimbabwe, usually you start with the heart. The heartbeat Harare. Harare is just, by name, they call it the Sunshine City. And if you want a place where you can experience the beauty of sunshine, you have to visit the Sunshine City. And at the Sunshine City, that's where we have the national airport. The national airport, from there, you take a taxi or you have a car to the city center where you experience the cosmopolitan culture of Zimbabwe. From there, I think one can head to Matopo if they want to be associated with these copies, tolls, yeah. And also from there, you can visit Hwange National Park where you have the Big Five. And then from there, you can head to Victoria Falls, one of the world's wonders. And then from there, you can go back again to Harare where you can visit Epworth, where they call it Domborangwari, God's Rock. There you will see the mysterious footprints, and the other rock which they call the finger of God. And then there are the balancing rocks that used to stabilize the currents, but they are still balanced.
Okay.
When you see the currents is no longer balanced.
Okay. So is there anything that you like to share about Zimbabwe? We say that this is what makes Zimbabwe. This makes me unique as a Zimbabwean.
Wow, Zimbabwe is more like a deep ocean where not everything has been discovered. So if you want to discover fun and if you want to discover your own life, go to Zimbabwe, and then indeed in the process you will meet up with yourself.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so nice of you sharing all those kind of things. If this is your first time being here, this is Worldbury Channel where we bring diversity and where we bring people from different parts of the world to share their experience. Today, we had a special guest, GK Dust from Zimbabwe, who was sharing about Zimbabwe. So join us next time as we bring someone from another country where we are going to hear more about their country and broaden your knowledge of other countries. So thank you very much, Justy, and for everything. And thank you for teaching us Shona and everything.
Awesome. If you've ever been there, be there.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much, our viewers, and see you next time.